They say if you're not living on the island, you're not really living in Lagos. But who made that rule? Well, we are here to find out why. Stay with us. But before we dive into the real gist, let me give you guys a little backstory. This Lagos move, it wasn't random. I've always admired this city called Lagos. The energy, the opportunities. I've dreamt of living here for years. So finally, I took the bold step, kicked fear out the door, and came here to start creating the kind of content I've always envisioned. It's been a long time coming, but here we are now. So let's get into the real gist of the day, which is island versus mainland. I just moved here and trust me, there's a lot they don't tell you about living in these two words. Let's get into it. Let's talk money because living in Lagos ain't cheap, especially on the island. On the island, you're looking at 1.5 million to 2.5 million for a one bedroom in Lekki Phase 1. Places like Ikoyi and Victoria Island cost more. Meanwhile, on the mainland, you can get the same size for half of that price in Ikeja or Surulere. But it's not just rent. Food prices, transportation, even airport. Everything costs more on the island. And don't get me started on those fancy restaurants where you pay 10k for a plate of jollof that wouldn't fill a toddler. When it comes to lifestyle, the island is like that rich auntie who only drinks champagne. It's all about luxury, fancy malls, and sporting celebs at Echo Hotel. Meanwhile, the mainland is where the real hustle happens. From the street vendors in Oshodi to the music blaring in Ajegule. Island folks will tell you it's all about the vibes, yacht parties, pool hangouts. But on the mainland, life is raw, real, and always loud. You want to feel the true heartbeat of Lagos? Go to Mushin at 5 a.m. and just watch. When you talk about movement, on the island, you might as well sleep in your car because the traffic is mad. You want to go from Lekki to VI? That's the old journey. But on the mainland, you've got more options. The Danfo bus, Okada, Keke, you name it. I remember one time I was stuck on the third mainland bridge for 2 hours just to get to an interview. Meanwhile, on the mainland, you could zip through 3 neighborhoods in that time. Now, this is where things get serious because on the island, you'll find a stronger sense of safety. Gated estates, private security, CCTV on almost every corner. But on the mainland, you have to stay alert. While many areas are peaceful, there are still places where once it gets dark, it's best to remain indoors. It's not fear, it's just wisdom because even Danfo drivers avoid some areas at night. But let's be real, living on the island is not a bulletproof vest. You're not immune to danger. Trouble can come from anywhere, even in the most secure areas. Pickpockets, scammers, random wahala can still happen. Safety isn't about location, it's about staying sharp anywhere you are. This is Lagos, you've got to shine your eyes. And lastly, when it comes to dating in Lagos, let's be honest. If you're single and ready to mingle, the island serves luxury looks, fine faces, polished, flashy set of slay queens and kings. But don't get it twisted. On the mainland, you may not see designers everywhere, but if you've got sense, you will spot the real value. The real ones are there, they're just not loud about it. So, Lagosians, over to you. Island or mainland, which one is the real deal, like the real MVP? According to waiting I don't hear, Sha, if you're all about the soft life, luxury, everything, Instagram flares, then the island is for you. But if it is pure hustle, street connect, and basketball, see they find, then the mainland is for you. But as for me, I balance both. Small island cruise, small mainland wahala. So if you're planning to relocate to Lagos State, check the one your pocket can carry and flow with it. If you're all about saving that coin, the mainland is your bestie. But if you want that island flex life, be ready to cough up some serious cash, baby. So this is where we close the curtains for the day. I remain your girl Monek, and if you enjoyed this gist, you know what to do. Like, comment, share, and hit that subscribe button if you haven't. Thanks for watching, my kings and queens. See you all in my next Lagos gist on Saturday. Bye bye.